Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? It's your boy Doc Holiday. We back again with another HBCU tonight. Excuse me. How about HBCU Overdrive? Make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. As always, y'all know how we do it. Simulcast on both Twitter and on YouTube. So, for all my folks that's on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow button. Then come on to the YouTube part and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to become an exclusive member, all you have to do is just hit that join button for the low price of $4.99. You get everything, all the perks within becoming an exclusive family member. Other than that, we got a lot. I think we got a lot to talk about tonight. But before we do that, let's go ahead and bust out this commercial before we get started. Be right back.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
All right, we are back. Oh, people call me, man. Call me right now. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? I see we got our usual suspects. We got Sonny Boom. Of course, we're going to talk about that tonight. We got Miss Natasha. First and foremost, to Miss Natasha Alexander, congratulations. Get ready to walk across that stage as a graduate of Jackson State University. And we got Uncle Israel, but Dr. Israel, my bad. Let me get that out the way. We got Thad, aka the bearded legend, aka Mr. Petty Sign, is in the building. And of course, we got his lovely wife, Miss Aquay, the head moderator in the building, as always. And oh yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. But other than that, look, it's HBCU tonight. We are here. I just want to go ahead and say I had I don't want to know, it's a weekend. Was at work. At work today. I mean, the whole weekend. At work for the whole weekend. Uh, hey, I got rain. We got rain here in Texas. We had got the good rain here in Texas, and let me just say, ooh, ooh, that rain was so good. I wanted to stay in the house all weekend and sleep. That's just how that rain was. That's how it was. But other than that, um, see if this person come on. Other than that, man, we just been chilling. We had it was a good weekend. Had a good busy weekend. Um, be off day will be on Wednesday. Thank God on that. Um, but let's talk about this right here. So let's talk about this because I know a lot of folks were were a lot of folks I feel like was in their feelings. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Started off with this. We all watched it earlier today. And we all watched this game earlier today. And to start the game off kind of sluggish for South Carolina, they were not able to get themselves back into this game, especially when the third quarter came and UConn basically padded that lead. Um, and pretty much wiped the floor with Don Staley's team today. Let me get into these box scores because y'all know how I like box scores, right? Y'all know how I like it. Shout out to everybody that's watching, especially a little person that's in Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout out to you. Anyway, um, South Carolina couldn't even get it. I don't know what was going on. They couldn't get it going. Um, in fact, once UConn padded, like I said, they padded the lead. Fourth quarter came. It was too much. Once they got up by 20 in the third quarter, I figured that the game is going to be out of hand. When they went up by 30 in the fourth quarter, I'm looking at the game. I was at work looking at the game, and basically they got dog walked in the fourth quarter. 90 team shot the ball well from 3-point land, but when you look at it, you peel away at the, on the box score, y'all, like an onion. UConn shot almost 50% in this game today. 48% compared to the 34% for South Carolina. And pretty much did it in grand fashion. Also out rebounded South Carolina by 4. And Paige really didn't even have to do a lot tonight. She only had 17, but she also had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks in this game. But player of the game to me was Ozzie Fudd, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. Sarah Strong also contributed 24 points. Also, she had a double-double tonight. 24 and 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. They were all over. South Carolina tonight. They were all over them. And like I said, South Carolina couldn't get it. They could not get it back. They could not get it back. And I would say, yes, Paige is definitely now on the Mount Rushmore of UConn Huskies to, be on a winning championship team. It eluded her for the last 4 years. She got it in her 5th year. But congratulations to her. Congratulations to her. But what does this mean for South Carolina? What does this mean for Dawn Staley? What does this mean for Dawn Staley? Dawn, she's a two-time national champ coach. This team was strong, but it was not as strong as the team that she had last year. And that's where we go. Oh, she got 3 rings. My bad. Yeah, I think she does need a low post threat. She needs another ball handling. She needs a 3-point shooter. See if Mr. Ford will be on here tonight. So just in case, the link is in the chat. Hey, Ed, to be honest with you, even if they had a healthy Juju, I don't know if that Southern Cal team beats this UConn team right here. I don't think I don't think even Juju. I don't even think Juju and Southern Cal could beat this UConn team. What it do, Coach Simmons? What's going on? Y'all go check out Coach Simmons on his YouTube channel over there. It'll be a good game. But I don't think that they could actually beat that team. Now, if this was last year, this was last year's team with all the injuries, with them playing they were shorthanded last year in the tournament. Yeah, I could see them beating them, but I do not see that team beating this UConn team. And for all this work, the UCLA team, of course, they lost 2 to Southern Cal. They beat them in the Big Ten tournament final. But they was no match. They were no match for that team. But when you look at it, it just shows you now. This just shows you now that you're gonna be looking at the regulars going into the tournament, like whoever going to be the favorite to go into the tournament. But at the same time, you're always going to have your teams, your top teams, your South Carolinas, your UConns, your even Tennessee's, your USC's, there's another team I'm looking that's off the top of my head. I can't even think about it. Oh, we got somebody on stage. What up, Coach Simmons? What's happening?
What's up, man? How you doing today, man?
Doing good. What's going on down in Austin, bro?
Nah, man, nothing. Everybody's going down in San Antonio for this Houston game.
Oh yeah, that's right. What you say about the game from today, man?
Man, South Carolina. I don't know what happened to them girls, man. They just didn't show up. UConn ain't that good, man. Well, apparently they are, but well, whoo. What you see out there, man?
Well, I mean, so we already know Paige is gone. She's the first rank. She's gonna be the first pick in the draft. She's coming to Dallas. So let's just get that going. Let's just get that straight. She's coming to Dallas. She's the first pick. We got the first pick. I think UConn gonna build off of what they had from this year. You got a KK Arnold coming back. You got Ozzie Fudd coming back. You got Sarah Strong, who's a freshman this year. She gonna be better than ever next year. You got a lot of girls, and then I don't even know what he got coming in for this coming up, for the next season. But
now, I think we gotta ask yourself, man. I mean, cut you off, but the Paige Becker's going to Dallas. Will she have a Caitlin Clark kind of a impact, or would it be more of a also ran? You know what I mean?
Man, I'm gonna just put it like this. I don't know if she's gonna have a Caitlin Clark impact, but her and Ari K on the wings. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be nice right there.
Yeah, the
That's
wings
gonna
gonna be
be
kind of
nice.
crazy.
Yeah, we gonna be crazy, and we gonna be playing that back in downtown after this season. So we're gonna be back downtown in Dallas instead
Okay.
of playing at UT Arlington. But let's go ahead, man. Look, shout out to Gino. He got what's this, his 12th
Yeah.
national championship?
Yeah, man. 82-59.
Now let's get on this right here. Cause we all watched we watched both of these games last night. I watched both of these games last night. Now, I told y'all Auburn wasn't gonna get it. Fuck Auburn. I'm gonna keep saying it too. Fuck them. Man, I told y'all Auburn was not going to go to the national championship game. They got too many flaws on their team, and then Florida was just, man. Florida got the height, they got balls, they got ball handlers, they got the shooting. I think Florida got the total package. The way they came back, the way they battled back against Auburn, it was, even though it was a national semifinal game, this was just basically a regular SEC. This was just a regular SEC matchup to these dudes right here. Now,
Yeah, but the thing you gotta go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, but the thing you gotta look at, man, is I forgot the kid's name. He was Clayton or something like that.
Yeah, Will Clayton.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's Steph Curry, but man, you got to get that boy off them damn screens, man. And one thing Houston will do, Houston reminds me, probably a little too old for you on this one, but Nolan Richardson, 40 minutes of hell.
I'm old enough for that. I was in high school when they won the national championship game.
Yeah, man, that's not how they play. And them boys gonna be on them screens. They making some fouls running through them screens. All you need is 1 or 2 good hits, and them boys on the screen gonna back up a little bit.
Now, since we talk about Houston, Duke did what Duke does.
Mm-hmm.
You have a 7-point lead with 2 minutes left in the game. All you gotta do just get you 1 or 2, shots in, play the clock. That's all you gotta do. Play the clock. Couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They kept Houston in the game the whole time. Houston ain't even really got this. They didn't have the size to match up with Duke.
Nope.
Like, they didn't have the size to match up with them. They was shaky on the free throw line.
Man.
But for some reason, they let them back in the game.
Ain't nobody gonna say it, man.
Go say it.
Nobody gonna say it. Duke reminds me of that. Let's call it the private preppy school. They have all the extra stuff over there on the west part of the town. They come over there with the 7-foot white kid. You got all the offers. Just a preppy school. When you look at their history, man, look at them playing against Michigan. Look at them playing against UNLV. Look at them when they played throughout their whole history. Here, Maryland back in the day, when they played some schools that just had that dog and just had a bunch of brothers who just wouldn't quit, they lose. Especially in the big games, man. Is Mr. Ford on there?
Yeah, Mr. Ford.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I've been trying to hear your voice for a while, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Good to hear your voice.
And appreciate it, man.
I was, you were talking about Duke winning. The one that hurt me, well, the biggest hurt for me in the NCAA championship was when Michael Jordan beat my beloved Hoyas in '82. But the other was when Duke beat UNLV that year, man. I was so hurt, man. I couldn't even talk for about 2-3 days, man. Because I loved that UNLV program. He had Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, David Butler, Anderson Hunt, Greg Anthony, and they lost to Duke. Man, I was hurt by that, boy. That hurt me, man.
Yeah, and Larry Johnson, she kept saying, he always said, I should have took the last shot.
Man, that hurt me, bro. That hurt me, man.
First jersey I ever had in my life, man, was a Larry Johnson UNLV jersey.
Man, listen, man. I remember reading, I don't know if y'all remember this back in the old day. It was a magazine called Streets and Smith. You remember Streets and Smith?
Yep.
And Streets and Smith had a big article said a boy, but he was in a junior college. And he was out of, was he Oak Cliff? What was Larry? Wasn't he Oak Cliff?
Nah, Larry from South Dallas. He from Dixon Circle.
What was his high school?
Skyline.
That's right. And they was talking about him coming. Because let me tell you something. They never got credit, but he put together, Jerry Tartanian put together that program. He brought Stacy from Pasadena. He brought y'all homeboy in from Texas. Anderson Hunt was from Detroit. David Butler was from D.C., but he had gone to a junior college. That other Moses Scurry was from Brooklyn. He was from, but Tartanian brought all them guys together, man. He put that whole program together because he wanted a kid here in Georgia. That kid ended up going to Kentucky and got messed up. His name was Eric Manuel. He one of the greatest high school players in the history of Georgia, but he got messed up there at Kentucky with Eddie Sutton. Tartanian came down here. He came to Macon, Georgia at that boy, man. He eventually took his younger brother, but at that time he had left UNLV and gone to San Antonio to the pros. But that boy was named Eric. If you ever get a chance, Google him, Eric Manuel. He came out about 87, 88. I think it was 87. But he was a monster, man. He was supposed to go to Vegas, but Kentucky bought him out of here and brought him up to Lexington to play for Eddie Sutton. Yeah.
So we got Houston versus Florida tomorrow. What you think about that, Mr. Ford?
You know, I don't listen, man. I'm all in. I want Kevin Sampson to get that national championship. That's all I'm listening. I got to be honest with you. You know, I didn't see the second half of the game last night. I was mad because I thought they played terrible in the first half, and I said Duke gonna blow them out. So I went and laid down, and I woke up, and I could hear Mr. Mona, because you know I leave my phone on when she talking, saying, "Mr. Ford, Houston won." And then I got up, man, and I called in. So I got to admit to you, I didn't even see the second half of the game. I was too mad with the first half.
Man, they kept them boys in the game. They had the lead with 2 minutes left in the game.
Oh, yeah, man.
And the biggest thing was, people going to ask about it. They're going to talk about it. Was it a over the back by Cooper Flag on the rebound from the free throw?
Don't matter.
From the missed free throw.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And the thing I want you to remember, with the bias Duke get, they'll be back next year. Because I don't care what nobody say. It's a serious bias for Duke. If the NCAA can get away with it, Duke will be in the championship every year. So I hope nobody on here is feeling sorry for Duke. Because whatever they can do to get Duke in that championship game, they're going to get them in there.
They feel sorry for Duke. They're on the wrong channel.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Because I ain't got nothing for no Duke, bro.
And then the thing is about that rebound as well, who got the rebound anyway? Houston still got the ball.
Yeah, Houston still got the ball.
Game was over, man.
I just want Houston to get by this game tomorrow night, bro. Because when's the last time we had a black coach to win? Who's the last black coach to win it?
Nolan Richardson.
I thought it was Kevin. It wasn't Kevin Ollie?
It was Kevin Ollie.
You're right. My bad.
It was Kevin Ollie, but he was the last one. Yeah, okay. So tomorrow we get. I want us to get Kevin Sampson tomorrow because he deserves. Man, Kevin go way back. I remember, man. This when I was coaching girls basketball. This was in the '80s. Kevin was at Oklahoma.
Yep.
He go way back. See, Kevin coached against Big John Thompson, John Chaney, Bobby Knight. He coached against the legends. He from the old days.
I didn't know he was that old though. I didn't know he was in his 70s.
Man, I'm telling you, I remember Kevin. Billy Tubbs left Oklahoma and went to TCU, wasn't it?
Yeah, he went to TCU.
Yep.
And then he took over, didn't he? Didn't Kevin take over Oklahoma after Billy Tubbs?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He
So
did.
Kevin been around a long time, man. Kevin
did.
been around a long time. I want him to get it.
He was at Oklahoma for. He was at Oklahoma for like over 15 years.
Yeah, I remember him. That's what I said. I remember I was coaching girls basketball, and that was years ago, and he was coaching. Because I remember him going against, like I said, Bobby Knight, Big John Thompson, John Chaney, not CM Nude, Wimp Sanderson. Man, there was some old heads back in the day, man.
Mr. Ford, has Kevin Sampson ever won a title?
No, No, that's why I'm hoping.
He was at Indiana too, right?
Yeah, he was at Indiana. He left Indiana and went to the Houston Rockets because he was on the Rocket staff, and he left the Rocket staff and went with the Houston Cougars.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember he had Eric Gordon up there at Indiana. Remember Eric Gordon?
Yeah.
He had Eric up there.
Oh yeah.
Man.
So, what's going on, Chuck?
What's going on? I just came on. I watched the women's national championship.
I did too, man.
Yeah, I was just chiming in what you were talking about, Mr. Ford, about Kevin Sampson. Also, he coached at Washington State.
Oh, he was at what years was he there?
He was there in the 90s, in the early 90s.
I didn't know he was at. Okay, I didn't know that.
At Washington State before. I think that's where he was before going to like Oklahoma and all those schools. Yeah, he was at Washington State.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know he was in the Pac-12. What, it was Pac-12 then or Pac-10?
I think it was still Pac-10 during that.
Pac-10. Yeah, I didn't know he was at Washington State. So now he didn't coach the guy that was with Curry. Remember the other guard?
He
didn't coach Thompson. He didn't coach Michael Thompson.
No, you're talking about Klay Thompson? No,
yeah, he didn't play. Yeah, okay, that's
back in the 90s.
Okay,
in the early 90s, I think.
Early
90s. Yeah.
Yeah, man. How many years he got? He been a head coach over 30 years. How long he been a head coach?
It's been a good while because that's where he came to Oklahoma from Washington State after Billy Tubbs left for TCU. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember because Billy Tubbs played for a national championship and got beat by Danny Manning. Kansas, yeah. I watched that game. Larry Brown was the coach. He had Stacey King, Mookie Blaylock. He had another little guard.
Had Horace Grant's twin brother, Harvey Grant.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. They played. You right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question though, real quick,
sure.
Man. I don't want to interrupt nobody, but I'm looking at the transfer portal right now, man. And there's two ways to build a team. Either you go to the portal, you get these mercenaries for millions of dollars a year, hopefully they win something, or you build them from scratch.
No.
That's
eliminated. Bruh, scratch is eliminated. You're too far behind. If you're going to build from the scratch, you're going to build with them high school kids, you 2 to 3 years behind. You got to deal with the portal now. We ain't got no choice. Because, see, college football and college basketball is out of control because of the portal and because of the NIL. If you do that high school stuff, talking about you're going to build from scratch, you're going to get fired. You're going to get fired because the people are not going to be patient with you, man. That's not only on the power level, that's in the SWAC too. The people are so impatient now. You got to deal. Listen, man, that's what's wrong with Morgan State. Everybody keeps talking about Morgan State. No, they're not. It's that Coach Wilson them thought that when he came from Bowie State, he could build that program with high school students. You can do that but you're so far behind. Listen, let me tell you something. Deion Sanders can kiss my behind. But let me say this. One thing he did say that's correct. When he came out with that 40-40-20, he was right. When he said 40% transfer portal, 40% junior college, and 20% high school, he was correct. He was right. You can't do that scratch stuff no more, man. You can't depend on them high school kids. You're going to get fired.
So,
You're going to get fired, man.
And Mr.
I
Ford.
was watching the Hampton versus Iowa State game. Oh, you remember that, Mr. Ford came back up?
Oh, I remember that game quite well. I watched that game.
That's how Steve, was it Murfield?
Murfield?
Yeah. Steve Murfield, yeah. He left for Evansville or somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And that's the last time an HBCU got to the field of 32.
No.
Wait a minute. Missouri did it. Yeah. Norfolk knocked off Missouri. They had that big boy named Kyle. Was it Quinn?
Callow Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they would. I think they were the last one to do it.
That was 07, right?
No, that was 2011.
Because I'll never forget. The reason I remember so well is because when they knocked off Missouri, Jay Wright said he couldn't understand how he let Quinn get away because Quinn is New York. Where's Quinn from?
They from New York.
Yeah, because see, Villanova's program, they boys come from New York and from the DMV.
Yeah.
And he was trying to figure out how he missed Kyle Quinn. That's how I remember that.
That's always the case.
Well, what's it going to take for us to get back to that level of getting to the 32, not just being happy?
Well, bro, listen, I had this same conversation with Mr. Mona, and I told her this. Actually, man, we supposed to have 3 tournaments. It's supposed to be a tournament for the Power 4, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be a tournament for the mid-majors, and the HBC is supposed to have their own tournaments. It's supposed to be 3 tournaments, man.
I think somebody said it was who was talking about that. I seen it was on one of them podcasts. They was talking about it where if the mid majors want to stay relevant. They just have their own.
They need to have their, listen, man, them people, you listen, North Carolina, Indiana, and Notre Dame, them schools ain't gonna never recognize no Troy State, no Arkansas State, no Louisiana Tech. They ain't gonna recognize, and they gonna do everything to hurt them schools. Them mid-major schools need to have their own. They need to have their own, and we need to have our own, the HBCUs. And it don't need to be just the SWAC and the MEAC. It needs to be the SWAC, MEAC, the CIAA, the SIAC, and that them NAIA black schools like Langston, Xavier. You pick top 4 from each conference.
Langston's good.
That's how we need to determine our championship.
So you're more into the whole thing people were talking about earlier, talking about, well, let's just condense the group of 5 with the top tier of the FCS, and then the middle and bottom tier of the FCS, put them back down to D2, and HBCUs from their own conference.
Well, let me tell you something. The way this money finna get thin right here, it's gonna be kind of like what you're talking about. Because this money finna get thin, man. Because see, what ESPN wants to do, ESPN really want to turn their back on everybody but the SEC and the Big Ten. You see, if it's up to the ACC, they would tell the ACC to kiss their ass because they losing money for them, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that thing about what Clemson and Florida State is saying is true, but see, ESPN got them slick New York lawyers, and that's what's keeping the ACC together. Because see, what ESPN is saying, they told Florida State you can leave, but at the door leave 120 million, which they don't have 120 million. Because see, that's what's keeping that ACC together. Them darn lawyers.
That's who talked
no one wants Clemson.
Carmelo.
Yeah, that's who talked about it. Carmelo Anthony. He talked about it. He was like, if you want to stay competitive, you want to stay relevant, you got to create your own.
Yeah, I was looking at the comment. Yeah,
and you know it's weird, man. So I cover a lot of different things on my channel. I got HSI, HBCU, stuff like that. And there's a school called UTRGV. In 2 years, them boys made $24 million selling everything from tacos to salsa, the beer,
Oh yeah,
barbecue sauce. I'm like, there ain't
They
no,
did
no
it.
fish fries going on.
They did it all,
oh yeah,
didn't they, bro?
I'm
Is
saying,
that Texas Rio Grande Valley?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, they
Right.
built a brand
oh
new
yeah.
stadium, everything, man. I'm like, I ain't seen
Yeah.
one fish fry from HT. I ain't seen no barbecue sauce being sold, no nothing. We so
Yeah.
scared to brand everything and sell everything because it may sound racist or whatever. Them Mexicans down there are selling everything.
But
Oh,
see, I keep telling people it's a de-emphasis now on race. It's about classism. Because see, one of the things that ESPN did, and they did it on the low, they actually tried to destroy the Big 12. But the Big 12 withstood it. The ESPN tried to destroy the Big 12. Now, I don't know if y'all know about that, but they did it. But the Big 12 was able to withstand it, and they still stand. But listen, I'm telling you, if it was up to ESPN, you would have a Super 2. And the Super 2 would be the Big 10 and the SEC and the hell with everybody else. That's what they would do.
Mr. Ford, I don't think it was ESPN trying to destroy the Big 12. Me and Coach Sim, we're going to talk about it was University of Texas trying to destroy the Big 12 because
Yeah. I mean, they win it. They went in because see, the whole thing with the Big 12 was they made every concession for Texas and Oklahoma, especially Texas.
Yeah.
And then when they took the bait to go to the SEC, they threw sand back on them people. That's what they did. They threw sand back on them. They show you, we done kissed your behind, and now you want to do what you don't. You want to burn bridges. That's what they did.
Like, it was a crazy thing because it's like University of Texas had their own channel, right?
Yeah, Longhorn Network.
And the Longhorn Network.
Yep.
And no other school in the Big 12, not even Oklahoma, not Oklahoma State, not even Kansas, who, Kansas is more basketball, but yeah, they played football too. They were good at some point in time, in the Big 12. Not even, none of those schools, not Baylor, none of those schools had their own channel, but that school in Austin on the 40 acres.
I've been on that campus. Yeah.
Man. Listen, man.
Okay. Yeah.
See, when I was in college, man, it was two public schools that were recognized in the South, man, by the Europeans. One was the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and the other one was the University of Texas at Austin, man. Those were the only two state schools that the Europeans recognized.
Well, you know why? Because University of Texas
coffee shop. He used to manage the coffee shop there.
Yeah.
University of Texas has that oil money.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And what it is, man,
they're not giving up. Think about Red McCombs and all that. He's passed on, but think about the family, the generations that I imagine Dell Computers.
Yeah,
Michael Dell.
The only reason that the University of Texas is not winning championships in every sport is because of their racism. Because they racist now. Them that hook 'em horns, the Longhorns.
Oh man!
I mean, they racism go way back, bro. I can.
Darryl Royal.
That's right. I remember Darryl Royal, Fred Akers, John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
David McWilliams.
Yeah, man. I know them from way back, bro. But that's the only thing that's always stopped Texas is their racism.
Yeah, because with their money situation, they got so much money in UT, man. I know Doc knows too. They decided 2 years ago that everybody who makes under $100,000 come there for free.
Yeah.
They put free college for the whole state of Texas at any one of their campuses. So that's the kind of money they're dealing with.
You're right.
Yeah, see, A&M, you remember Ann Richards, A&M wanted to facade that Austin was a liberal bastion of elite learning and all that mess, but that was a facade, man. That was a facade.
Hey,
and A&M they were supposed to be so liberal,
I would go dig up Ann Richards right now.
Yeah, bro, listen.
I remember Ma Richards.
Yeah, her daughter big now. Her daughter. Doc, what is her daughter over? Her daughter looks just like her. She just taller. What is she over?
I don't even know.
Her daughter over something major. She a big time Democrat. She big in the Democratic Party. Cause Ann was big in the Democratic Party.
I remember she was governor. Yeah, I remember she was
big. Ann was big.
She was the
last
Democratic governor you had.
Yeah, she was big.
She was the last of it. Yeah.
She used to always have them verbal battles with the Bushes. Remember, she used to always talk about the daddy real bad.
With the silver spoon in his mouth.
Yeah, she always talked about them.
She talked about Herbert Walker Bush.
Because Ann was she Baylor or was she what was her school?
I think
she went to Baylor.
She went to Baylor.
She went to Baylor. That's right. Yeah, she went to Baylor.
That's my brother. My brother played basketball, and by the way, he's an assistant coach there now, coaching the NBA for years. He played there in the late '80s, early '90s. He and David Wesley were teammates.
Yeah,
and,
I remember
he's
David.
back there coaching. Yeah, he's there.
I remember David.
Yeah, his name. My brother's name is Melvin Hunt. He's on the coaching staff right now.
That's your brother?
Yeah, he's my brother. That's my middle brother. Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's my middle brother.
I've been watching your brother back, man. That's when we used to have Blue. That's when we used to have Raycon Sports. No. What was that? Home Sports.
Home Sports. Yeah.
We used to
they upset Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
He played against Lee Mayberry and Oliver Miller and
I remember that
John
crew
Day and all those guys.
Yeah,
they upset them.
My cousin played for UT back then. Was Albert Burdett.
Yeah.
That boy was dumb as hell, man. I mean, he went to Houston and wanted to start. Everybody's telling us, man, dog, you gonna play at Houston? You a backup. Well, I want to start over a King. Nah, Nick, it's my bad. you ain't starting over Cameron King.
Yeah, man. I hope he can win this thing tomorrow, man.
Yeah,
I hope he can win it tomorrow, man.
It's gonna be a good game. Florida.
I hope that's some guys from my area. That's some guys from my area at Houston. Malik Wilson out of Rayville, Louisiana. Elvin Hayes' hometown. Out of Rayville. Malik Wilson and the guy from here, Joseph Tugler. By the way, his twin sisters played at Carroll High School, historical black high school here, where James Shack Harris, Jackie Walker, and Benoit Benjamin went to school. His twin sisters played on state championship team in 2010. My mother told him in high school. And by the way, their mother, Brenda Tugler, played on back-to-back state championship girls basketball teams at Carroll from 84 and 85. And that's her son, Joseph Tugler, playing with the University of Houston. He finished high school in Houston and ended up at UH.
I seen Hakeem. They showed Hakeem last night. I seen.
Yep.
I don't know if Benny Andy was there.
Benny Andy's from Bernice, Louisiana. Yeah, he's
right. Yeah, I remember him.
It was
from Bernice.
Dave Rose and it was everybody that was in 5-7 Jammer was at that game last night.
They were. Cadillac Anderson.
Yeah, I bet Cadillac.
Mr. Mean.
That's Michelle. That was Michelle.
Larry Michelle. Yeah, Larry Michelle. I remember that team when I was a child.
One brother's name Young. Remember him? Young.
Michael Young.
Michael Young. Now, what's the name is deceased? Rob Williams is deceased.
Yeah, Rob Williams.
And one of them just passed. Franklin. One of them just
Alvin
passed.
Franklin. He was point guard.
Yeah, Franklin just passed.
Yeah, I remember Alvin.
But everybody that was on that, everybody's on.
That guy Lewis Bunch was something.
Guy.
But everybody's gonna copy somebody. Like whoever wins, their style will be copied. But are they gonna bring back the 48 minutes of hell? That's what I'm looking forward to, man.
Oh,
who won't bring that back?
Nolan Richardson.
Well, the thing with American basketball now is that American basketball is taking all its cues from European basketball. That's why everybody's sitting outside them 3-point lines and taking all them threes. That come from Europe. And that's what American basketball. See, the thing you don't see in America, nobody posting up. Nobody got a mid-range game. Everybody just, even Embiid, them, they 7-2, but he want to stand outside the 3-point range, 3-point line and just lunch three. Because everybody is copying what they do in Europe now.
That's what's happening now.
Yeah. Let's call it athletic ability.
Yeah. But that's what American basketball now, European basketball.
Well, let's see. We got a question for you, Mr. Ford. It's from McCoy. She asks, who do you think will be Morgan State's women's basketball coach now?
That came up last night. They were trying to say it's going to be Dawn Thornton. Did you hear him last night?
But I seen it on Twitter last night, and
they were trying to say that they believe Dawn was going to leave A&M and go to Morgan State.
Where she is?
Huh?
From FAMU or
Alabama A&M. She's she had a really great season this year, but for some reason everybody was putting in the chat that she was headed to Morgan State with the Bears.
Yeah, but her name came up. She's a finalist, so she did put her name in that hat.
Yeah.
And there was another guy. He was an assistant at Arizona State, but he got ties to HBCU basketball too. His name is in there, but it's the third one. I didn't really get the third one on there. I would have to talk to Liv on that one. But hey, to me, I'm thinking that is she get it?
Wait a minute, Doc. Who is this guy right here? Let me see this. Hampton, Vegas, whoever you are. Come on up, because since you want to talk about who's stupid and all that, come on up. I'm gonna show you who's stupid. Come on up.
I knew that go happen.
Okay, because I don't do stupid. Come on up.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Mr. Ford. Yeah, some of you. Last night I was watching. We're having a community television. I was listening to the radio broadcast at University of Houston. Jeremy Branham was doing the play-by-play, and Elvin Hayes was doing the analyst. And hey, it took me getting close to the end of the game. You can go on Varsity app and listen to Learfield's broadcast, whatever sport or college it is. And Elvin Hayes tickled me. He started when Roberts got fouled from the University of Houston, and he asked Jeremy Branham. He said, who's going to be shooting the free throw? He said it's going to be Roberts. He said, oh no, he's not one of the best free throw shooters. And when he did that, man, Roberts made both free throws. It was funny.
Man, I don't know if Dawn ready to go that far.
Yeah,
but she gonna take her family with her. It all depends on where her.
Now Morgan pays, bro. Yep, Morgan got $50 million from Bezos' wife, his ex-wife. What was her name?
Michelle Mackenzie Scott.
Yeah, she gave Morgan 40 or 50 million.
Yeah, Mackenzie Scott. Yeah.
Mackenzie Scott. Yeah. So they pay, and I've heard that president, he's made it known he wants a world-class program at Morgan. He wants a world-class athletic program.
I've been on Morgan's campus. It's a beautiful campus.
Oh, yeah. Now, let me tell you, before the 70s, the Morgan State had a serious football legacy, man.
Oh, yeah.
They had a serious, that's also the school that gave, you remember Marvin, the human eraser, Webster?
Marvin Webster, basketball.
Marvin Webster, he came from Morgan. They won the Division II championship.
Wait a minute, and his son Martell Webster?
No, his name was Marvin Webster.
Marvin Webster.
They call him the human eraser.
He has a son named Martell?
He might.
I don't know. I'd have to look him up to see what his children did. But he was in the 70s. He went and won a NBA championship with the Seattle Supersonics. This is when Seattle had Gus Williams and Dennis Johnson. Lenny Wilkins was the head coach. He was with them.
Gus Johnson.
A guy named Downtown Freddie Brown.
Yeah.
Lonnie Shelton.
Yeah. All I remember about Morgan State back in the 70s, I wasn't alive then.
He just passed.
But somebody that played linebacker, Willie Lanier.
Willie, contact, baby. Contact.
Leroy Kelly played there.
Yeah, Leroy Kelly.
Brown.
Yeah.
Brown.
Before,
the dude that couldn't guard Lynn Swann in the his name was Mark Washington. He couldn't match up with Lynn Swann in the Super Bowl. This is when the Cowboys played the This is in 76. The Cowboys played the Steelers in the Super Bowl. The guy who was matched up with Lynn Swann, his name was Mark Washington. Mark was from Morgan State.
Hey, Len's teammate went to Morgan, Frenchie Fuqua.
Yeah, Frenchie Fuqua went to Morgan. I'm telling you. One of the coaches was named Earl Banks. The one before them was named Hurst.
Eddie Hurt.
There you go, Eddie Hurt. They had a serious legacy. They were the beast of the East.
They were.
Back in the day, Eddie Robinson strategically picked them to play them in Yankee Stadium because they were the dominant force on the East Coast.
1968.
He was the up-and-coming force out in the SWAC.
I also want to tell you something, though. Y'all remember certain positions in the NFL were considered white man positions. It couldn't be
middle linebacker was one of them.
Yeah.
Linebacker,
quarterback. Came to KC, that man set the tone. Wouldn't be no Ray Lewis. We know Mike Singletary. That was a thinking man position. That's one thing Morgan State has always talked about.
No linebacker.
And man, my bad. I had to get that off my chest, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, man. That's history.
Yeah, that's it. That is. They wouldn't let blacks play middle linebacker.
No, just like quarterback.
They always put us at the positions where you could get hurt easily. That was always on the edge. Defensive end, corners, outside linebackers. See, they did a study one time of the positions on defense where you get hurt. It's the people on the outside. Those are the ones that get hurt the most. Defensive ends, outside linebackers, and corners. And for a long time, guess who was always at the corner, who was always at the outside linebacker, and who was at defensive end?
And you want to go a little further than that? When you get these black coaches in the SEC, what do? Position coaches. They're good enough to coach an outside linebacker, but you ain't coaching middle linebacker, you ain't coaching quarterback, you ain't coaching center. You're damn sure gonna be no head coach.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, the center become a head coach in the National Football League. That Arshell.
Yeah. I remember when he coached the Raiders.
Why do you think Fran Brown had to leave Georgia to go to Syracuse?
Oh, Fran Brown.
That was a good move for Frank. That was a good move for him, though, man. I think he don't do because he can recruit his behind now.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But see, with Syracuse, the secret with Syracuse was any coach at Syracuse who could dip into the South, especially Florida, Georgia, into them southern states and bring them boys from the South up to Syracuse, that's when Syracuse would win. Because remember now, Jim Brown was from Georgia. Yeah, I know y'all don't forgot that, but he was from Georgia. Okay. That boy Prince McJukin he was the boy before the one that went to the Eagles. What's the quarterback name before him? That boy was from Florida.
To my McPherson?
That was another kid. He might have been after McPherson. But the secret behind Syracuse, Pittsburgh, and all of them was if they could come south and get players and take them back north. That was Michigan State. That was Duffy Doucher's secret. He would always come south. And know who one of his biggest scouts in the South was? Bear Bryant. Bear Bryant would always tell him who the top black kids in the South were. He would come down here, get them kids, and take them back to Michigan State. Minnesota used to do the same thing.
Had one from right here in West Monroe, across the river from in West Monroe. It played at Michigan State. I played with the Cowboys. Billy Joe Dupree.
Bubba Smith and them was from Texas.
Billy Joe Dupree from West Monroe, Louisiana.
That's right. What's the other guy? Jimmy Ray was from North Carolina.
See, the thing is, Mr. Ford, is what's going on today is the same thing. Reason why what you just said about Bear Bryant telling them what the best black players are, they wanted to weaken the HBCUs down here. It's different. You have all these players playing down here, and they going up north to play in USC or Michigan, whatever. The same thing happening now.
Yeah,
they incorporated all the band stuff, all the extra, all your culture is now at LSU. LSU playing neck. Jackson State band break over there, but they don't want you, but for 4 years. They want your culture to get you for 4 years and get your ass up out of there.
Man, please. Yes.
That's
Hey,
one
guys.
thing.
By the way, hey, bro, what's your thoughts on that brother out there at Prairie View, man? Because everybody's saying they better watch out. That brother name is Jackson, right?
Tremaine Jackson.
Yeah. What you hearing, bro? This Simmons, right?
Yes, sir.
What you hearing about Prairie View? Because I'm hearing good stuff. Huh?
Prairie View gonna be a problem. Prairie View gonna be a
That's
problem.
what I heard too, man. Listen, I heard the OC. He was on somebody's podcast last week. I told Mr. Mona, I hear in his voice, he gonna be a head coach somewhere. That guy, he was at Sam Houston State, and he told about his experience at Jackson State and all that. I hear a head coach in his voice, man.
The thing what they're doing over there right now, Prairie View is. So I played in North Texas, right outside of Dallas. So what we did, we had a thing called Recruit Day, and we gave all the recruits free tickets. Bring your coach, bring your mama, come to the game for free. Prairie View first 2 games like that. They recruited in Houston heavy. So the first year, you better get them, because that second year, they getting the kids that are going to go to U of H. All the kids who have U of H on their boards, they going for those kids. The 3 stars, the 2 stars. Hey, why sit on the bench in Houston? Come be a star here in Prairie View.
Well, let me ask you this now. What's the word is for? Who you think going to be the starting quarterback for Prairie View next year? Is it going to be that kid from Houston, that Lucas Coley?
They don't know yet.
Okay.
The thing is that it's going to come down to the last week.
Because now, listen, bro, now this what I because of the problems in that West, I think Prairie View going to win the West next year. I don't think they're ready to deal with Jackson State, but I think they're going to win the West.
They stuck in that smoke.
I'm gonna throw you a school out there that you ain't gonna believe.
Who is that?
I'm gonna keep quiet on that.
Pine Bluff?
Yeah.
What you guys on Pine Bluff, man? Because they
quiet.
Yeah, they quiet. They ain't said nothing.
The thing with Pine Bluff is, remember what Mr. Ford said earlier about building a team from high school level up. This year 3. Coach been out there 3 years, all high school players. So the players are now juniors, seniors. Yeah. So you're gonna have that advantage with the experience out there. And plus, ain't nothing else to do in Pine Bluff. Ain't nothing else to do downtown.
You right.
You're right.
Let me say this, bro. Let me say this. I don't want to say it can't be done with high school kids, but here's the thing with high school kids. If you're going to make your program based on high school kids, you got to play them as freshmen and sophomores. You can't wait till their junior year and all of that like they used to do. If you're going to base your program on high school kids, you got to play them as freshmen and sophomores. You got to play them. You can't get around it. Because I'm telling you, now, see, like I tell you, this NIL and this portal stuff, if you bringing in them high school kids and you talking about you're going to develop them for a year and a half, you're going to be at least 2 years behind. And like I told you, the problem now, even in the SWAC, the fans are so impatient, man. They ain't going to give you a chance. You ain't going to lose 2 years in a row and think them people going to let you keep your job. It ain't going to happen.
But the thing about Pine Bluff, people in the chat don't understand. They played them boys their freshman year. They were
you got to.
Blown out by everybody. And the problem is, the coach been there 3 years. Texas Southern, I don't have no faith in TSU. Never have, never will. Prairie View.
Oh, you ain't got no for Chris Dishman?
No. I like him as a quarterback.
Yeah, I liked him as I was a fan of his, but he went to Houston Oilers, brother. I love you blue, baby. I love
Chris Dishman.
Man, I love them boys, man. I pull for them boys every day, man. I go back with him with Earl and Dr. Doom and Dan Pastorini. Man, I used to love them dudes, man.
Only thing I can say is you got Grambling, Southern, Texas Southern, Prairie View, Alcorn. Maybe Alcorn will give them some little run, but everyone else.
Now, let me tell you, I heard Charles Edmonds did a interview with the coach at Prairie View, Coach Cedric Thomas. I like everything he said, but let me just say this. I still got a question mark about their offense coordinator, man. He got to show me something. Now, they asked him about that, and this is what he said. It was not the offense coordinator's fault. It was the fact that they had a quarterback who could not make the throw. Now, that wasn't convincing for me. I still got to see this man as offense coordinator. But let me just say this. One thing I like that Coach Cedric Thomas said, he said that the kids that he had last year, a lot of them got to go because they can't compete against Jackson State. He said they came in and did the metrics, and he said at every position, he was 3 inches too short, he was 28 pounds too light. And he said he had to take his program, redo it so he could compete against Jackson State. Now, I like that because that means he reading and he doing research and development. I like that kind of stuff now because I like this Cedric Thomas. But I'm going to tell y'all tonight, my question mark for Alcorn is that offense coordinator. Just like I keep telling, ain't nobody going to take Southern University serious as long as Mark Fredericks is the offense coordinator. Y'all can say what y'all want. Ain't nobody going to take, even them people in Baton Rouge is not going to take them serious until they go get a real offense coordinator. Mark Fredericks is a running back coach. He is not an offense coordinator.
Hey, see, the funny thing is, if he's a running backs coach, you think the running game would be better.
Huh?
If he's a running backs coach, you think the running game would have been better.
Well, yeah, but see, here's the thing about the SWAC. See, in the SWAC, they're going to score. And when you get behind, you got to have somebody creative and knows how to score so many different ways. Mark is not that. Mark is a 3 yards, cloud of dust kind of guy. He going to try to do something and so he can say he got a little semblance of a passing game. Listen, man, you got Sam Shade is now in the SWAC. You got a guy who done been to the Division II National Championship and Coach Jackson. That stuff ain't gonna work, man. And I'm telling y'all, them people down there at Southern, those are smart football fans, man. They ain't listen.
Oh man, they don't play.
They don't play that, man. They ain't stupid. I'm telling you, I've been to Baton Rouge. I've sit in the midst of them people. They know football, not just them. Grambling, Jackson, FAMU, them people up there at North Carolina A&T, them people know football. A&T, you ain't fixing to do nothing stupid and think they don't know what you're doing. I've been with them people.
I'll tell you a secret right now.
A&T people.
After watching the SWAC for 4+ years, every team that has a tight end that gets the ball dominates on offense.
Yeah.
One thing that SWAC is known for not having is a middle linebacker that can do run and pass defense. Jackson State has about 4 or 5 damn tight ends on their roster every damn year.
And when they put them on the field, that's when they dominate.
Exactly.
So they had one name, was it Edie? I loved that dude last year.
Yeah, and Jency Riley was there and had a bunch.
Oh, I love that Edie. Oh, I loved him, man.
They tight ends.
I love him.
Over the middle, that's all they got to do. Because everybody gets some cornerbacks. They may get a safety. They may get some pressure on the outside. But that damn middle linebacker.
Hey, Blue, I got to ask you something, man. What do you think about Tennessee State right now? And with Barlow going over there and him getting his whole staff from the UFL, from the DC Defenders. Because you got a guy that came in, you got a guy, Barlow coming in.
Greg Williams.
Williams coming in the defense.
It's a good move, man. Listen, Barlow
Fred Kites, who's
Lord. What is Fred going to be? What is he going to be?
Yeah, he's going to be
Oh, Lord. Let me tell you what that is. That's a rerun. Oh, I hate it, Lord. So Fred is going to be the offense coordinator.
That's what it seemed like.
Fred done been at Southern. He done been at Alcorn, Alabama State. He ain't won a championship nowhere. That's listen, bro. That's a retread. Yeah, that's what Fred is. He's a retread, man.
Yeah.
Now the home run hire was to bring in Greg Williams. Yep. But you gonna go get Fred now? No, bro.
Yeah,
that's a retread. See, like my dad used to say, either you're gonna buy a brand new tie or you're gonna get a retread. They don't win and got a retread.
I didn't know Fred Kice was still coaching. I thought he retired.
Yeah, he had left. Remember, he left. His last one was it Bama State or was it Alcorn?
Alcorn.
And then he went up to Nashville or something. But listen, man, Fred will be good as a wide receiver coach. He got a system and all that. But Fred ain't no championship OC, man. I know, man. I've been watching Fred. Fred came to the SWAC with Pete Richardson, man.
Yeah,
back in 93 or 94. Yeah, I've been knowing Fred. Fred got connections with Bowie State. You know Tony Braxton now?
Tony Braxton, the Braxton family. She went to
all
Bowie.
them sisters. He know them.
Yeah, they went to Bowie.
Personally. Because he worked at Bowie State. He know them.
Yeah, they went to Bowie. Yeah.
Yeah, he know them.
Well, from what I heard, he gonna be the OC. He was an OC. He was an OC with the DC Defenders too. So that was the whole thing.
The defense looks good for DC. The offense looks like scary right now.
I remember Tice was at Tennessee State when L.C. Cole was head coach. Yeah, that's why he was on that staff.
But man, I tell you one thing though.
Yeah.
Them getting Greg Williams.
Oh man, bro. Woo.
Give him 2 years.
That's home run out there, bro. That's a home run high.
Well, it's just the same thing. Like when we had Jackson, we had got Dennis Thurman.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man, I watched him coach. I watched him coach in person in Miami when the Orange Blossom class. That's how I found out how good that defense was. That was linebackers.
Well, the thing is, you have Greg Williams was arguably better than Dennis Thurman.
Yeah, man. Greg is all that, man. Greg is all that. They got mad with Greg. The league office got mad with Greg because he put that bounty on Cam Newton.
Saints. It was the Saints.
Yeah, he put that bounty on Cam Newton, and they thought that was safe.
Cam was Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre.
Yeah, and that boy remember the tight end, the one told it. What's his name? Jeremy.
Was it Shockey?
Jeremy Shockey?
He the one told it.
Yeah, University of Miami.
Yeah. That's what got Greg in trouble. Because Greg won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the Saints won the Super Bowl in that 2009 season.
That's the home run high, man.
You have a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator who was a head coach in the NFL, defensive coordinator right now on a higher level. Now he's coming down to FCS.
There you go, bro.
2 years. I give them 2 years before they dominate the OVC. Because the thing is...
Now, bro, Simmer, here's the problem. The OVC might fold, bro. From what I'm hearing, it might fold. They don't shake the ground, bro. I'm telling you.
People do they have in the OVC
now? The OVC is shaking, man. All their big-time teams left. When Jacksonville State and all of them, what was Kennesaw in there with them?
Yeah.
All them dudes left, man.
No, Kennesaw was in Kennesaw was in
another. And A-Sun?
Yeah, they was in the A-Sun.
So if the OVC folds, where is JSU going to?
To a black conference like they should be in. If they hadn't insisted, they'd be there now.
The MEAC or the SWAC?
The SWAC is the one making money. The MEAC isn't. Listen, the MEAC got the worst leadership and the worst commissioner in the country. Why would you go to the MEAC? They ain't making no money in the MEAC. The SWAC is the one making money. Let me ask you something. Would you, if you Tennessee State, would you rather play Jackson State or would you rather play Coppin State? You tell me.
We talking about Tennessee State?
Basketball?
Yeah. Would you? Wait. I'll take it back. Would you rather play Southern or FAMU or would you rather play Delaware State? You tell me.
Ain't nobody want to play Delaware State now.
Okay.
Nobody going over Delaware. That's why they ended up having to hire Deshaun Jackson to bring some interest to Delaware State.
But you know what? I would rather if I was Tennessee State. And don't hate me for saying this. I'd rather play Bowling Green.
Oh, Eddie George is now.
Go on up to the FBS.
They ain't got the money. They ain't got the money, all the resources, don't have the infrastructure, can't handle it FBS. That's all pipe dreaming, man. All that's pipe dream. You ain't got the infrastructure. You don't listen. You got to play at somebody else's stadium. You got a big game last year. You play in Southeast Missouri, and you draw 1,500 students. You got to remember 2 to 3 years ago, Lane College came on the campus of Tennessee State and beat them. They ain't ready for no FBS.
I watched that game.
College, FIC.
Kennesaw State started they conference, they team 10 years ago.
Who?
Exactly. Kennesaw State started
their
team 10 years ago.
Kennesaw State is spending $30 to $40 million on athletics. Kennesaw State got 47,000 students. They got 2 campuses.
Yeah, Kennesaw State.
Is that in Marietta?
47,000 students. They spending $30 to $40 million on sports.
Is that in the Marietta, Georgia area, Mr. Ford?
It's Marietta and Kennesaw. The engineering part of it is in Marietta. The regular school, the big school, is in Kennesaw.
Okay. All right.
So
no, Tennessee State isn't ready for no FBS. Listen, Tennessee State, I think last year got stomped by North Dakota State.
Everybody did last year. I want to say it much. Everybody got North Dakota State.
Man, that's
Colorado, man. We going to Florida State last year.
So I like that hire, even though it's late in the game. I'm looking at some other schools that I feel like that can make an impact coming up this coming up season. Let's go ahead and make a case for Langston. Let's go ahead and make a case for Quentin Morgan to be a head coach on the Division I level, because he's tearing it up on the NAIA level right now. Yeah. So
tell them to put an application in at Bethune-Cookman. Put one. Let's see. Yeah.
Yo, you want to get Woody out of there?
Yeah, put an application down there at Bethune.
Somebody ain't gonna have no job.
That's what I'm saying. We'll see. Like y'all said, Chris don't do right now, because they ain't gonna get Chris for about 2-3 years. I done told y'all don't want to accept it. Them people in the SWAC is very impatient, man. You know, it used to be a time they used to talk about it take 5 years. You ain't getting no 5 years no more. These people giving you 2 years and that's it, bro.
My phone not talking about that.
They're giving you 2 years. Yeah. That's all.
It's changed.
Got one for you. What about NC Central? I think Mr. Oliver finna get paid to go somewhere else.
Yeah, Trey a good dude, man. Trey know what he doing, bro. Yeah, Trey know what he doing, man.
You think he gonna go somewhere else, man?
Money talks, man.
Yeah, Trey. I know some people that know Trey. Trey a good. He know his stuff, man.
I met him when he was at Grambling.
I'm gonna tell you a program they Division II, but it's those of us in Atlanta. We want to see them come back because they can play SWAC and SIAC people. Tuskegee. And right now, everybody up here feels like Ruffin is the problem down there. Not only does they saying that Ruffin need to go, but that the young boy that played for Tuskegee,
Aaron James.
Yeah, they ready for him to go too. Because Tuskegee's program is on the ground, bro, and about to go underground. They pitiful. Yeah. And let me tell you, the reason we want Tuskegee to come back, like I said, Tuskegee is one of them schools that can play SWAC competition and they can play SIAC competition. They spending $5 to $6 million on sports, bro. And if they had a real football coach down there like Willie Slater, they can play schools in both of them conferences.
And now they have lights.
They got to get Tuskegee cleaned up, man. They got to get Tuskegee cleaned up.
Yeah, they have lights at their stadium after all these years.
They got to get it cleaned up, man.
Yeah.
Because they in a mess down there. And always remember, Tuskegee, number 1, is the winningest black college football team in America. Number 2, they were the first black college to have a marching band.
Yeah, that was Tuskegee. What was that? Cleve Abbott was coach. They always talk about him.
Yeah. Cleve Abbott came from either North Dakota or South Dakota.
South Dakota State.
South Dakota State. Yeah.
He was from South Dakota.
I knew he sounded familiar.
Yeah, he's laid to rest right there on the campus. He's interred right there by Booker Washington, George Washington Carver. I've seen it. I've seen where he's interred.
Yeah, he was an officer in World War I think it was.
Yeah, he was from South Dakota.
Nah, I'm talking about Quentin Morgan. I knew I seen this name before. What year did he go to Jackson State?
Okay. I never knew where he went to school.
I was like, that name sounds so familiar.
Okay, Quentin Morgan went to Jackson State. I didn't know that. Yeah.
No, I think he coached at Jackson State, didn't he?
He coached. Okay.
Didn't he come down there with Bale?
Oh, that's ain't that name.
I ain't sure. I might be wrong on that, Doc. I'm not sure. I might be wrong on that.
Oh man, I remember those years.
Oh man.
Man, people were mad. I remember those Jacksonians. They were mad.
Oh man,
man. I heard the people at the game.
Yeah, hey, Newt, you right. That guy ready too, man. That guy at CAU, you right. He ready.
Teddy.
Yeah, he ready. He ready. Because listen, I'm a CAU, I'm a Clark. Well, I'm old. I was Clark College. We ain't gonna do him right.
Teddy Keaton.
Listen, man, that dude this year gave us the best season we've had in over 40 years. And I'm telling you, they ain't gonna do him right.
Yeah, he said people coming to the game at Clark Atlanta had never been to a Clark Atlanta game.
We hadn't had a season like that since 78 or 77. Yeah. That's the last time we had a season like that.
Yeah, that's what they said. Late 70s.
What they should have done was, first of all, gave him a multi-year contract, fixed up his assistant, gave him a raise, and then gave him more money for that program. And I guarantee you they ain't do neither one of them. Because I know Clark and Morehouse, listen, man, I tell people all the time, the reason that Clark and Morehouse ain't going to do nothing because the administration ain't going to do nothing. Do you know how much money Clark and Morehouse would make if they would join the SWAC? Do you know that we are second or third in the Atlanta area in the number of Black people with degrees from HBCUs? Do you know that every week that Clark and Morehouse would have a game, you would be bringing in Southern and FAMU? You know the kind of crowds they would have? That's why I said the administrating at both of them schools. Now, I take this back. The word I'm getting is Dr. French does want to do it, but the trustees won't let him do it.
George French, he's the president of Miles College.
They said that he wanted to do it, but the trustees won't let him do it. But do you know how much money them people could make off of SWAC football? Do you know that the SWAC and the MEAC is trying to get into Atlanta? They want an outfit in Atlanta. Man, please.
The commissioner for the MEAC want to get into Atlanta because
all of them. The SWAC and the MEAC trying to get up in here.
That's something. No SWAC school. They got a lot of SWAC alumni in
Man,
city.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, the only area that got more HBCU graduates than Atlanta and Dallas is the DMV. The DMV is number one.
Yeah, I can
they
believe
number one. After them, it rotates between Atlanta and Dallas.
I can believe it. Yeah. What they call Atlanta, the Black Mecca, they call it. Yeah.
Well, hey, Coach Simmons, what you think about Houston Tillerson joining the HBCU Athletic Conference?
Oh, I heard about that.
Look, it's about time.
Yeah,
you there? You right there, smack dab in the middle.
I know, man. It's mainly because of the new president. She's from Jackson State. She came over 2 years ago.
Okay.
And she's changing a lot of things, man. She's actually trying to put a thing out, trying to figure out about football. Now, I remember reading, I wasn't alive at this time, but I remember the 55 straight losses we had back in the day. So we ain't trying to get that going again. But they trying to figure out about football and bring back into like the conference with Texas College.
Oh, Texas College is Steers.
Would that be NAIA?
Yeah, they are in the Texas College is in the Red River Conference.
Okay.
Red River Athletic Conference.
Right.
And the commissioner of the HBCU Athletic Conference is from up the road from me, West.
He's doing a great job. That lady,
Baker Barnes. I watched her play basketball at Midland High School. Yeah, she was an outstanding ball player.
She's doing a great job. She's brought a lot of new schools into that conference, right?
Yeah, she's from Mendon. She's from
that
graduate
lady doing a great job, man.
University of New Orleans. Yeah.
Tell her to put in for the MEAC job.
Kiki, she'll get it. Yeah, I remember her back. We came out of high school the same year.
She'll get that job for real. She get put for that job.
Man, that's what they do.
Yeah, she's smart. Yeah.
Right now, I think it's they're joining the one with Paul Quinn, I believe.
Yeah.
Called the HBCU, AC, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to get all these schools that were formerly in the SWAC. That means your Texas College, means your Wiley, all the schools that couldn't afford the budget that Jackson State was coming up with. They're trying to get them all together again. That'll be fun, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it though. It would be the old SWAC coming back together. But then you got what's the other black school in San Antonio? St. Philip's.
Yeah.
Get St. Philip's. You got.
It would be the Texas schools. That's the old SWAC. It's the Texas schools with Prairie View as the big dog.
Nah, they can't get Prairie View.
I'm just saying, back in the day, the old SWAC, when you talk about the old SWAC, it was the Texas schools with, like I told Doc the other night, remember the movie, The Great Debaters? Y'all remember that movie? Remember the guy, Professor Tolson? What they didn't tell you in the movie was he was the head football coach at Wiley. They were in the SWAC.
Yeah, he was coached before Pop Long.
Yeah, he was the head coach at Wiley.
Wiley still got more SWAC titles than Prairie View does.
Yeah, he was the head coach.
Yeah, and you talking about Houston Tillotson? I have a cousin that graduated from Houston Tillotson. She's a retired teacher.
What year?
Well, my father's. She was there at Houston Tillotson back in the 70s.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a retired teacher. She lives in Orange, Texas.
Hey, bro, Simmer.
Yes, sir.
What's your take on because I'm so high on him, man. I ain't saying, like I keep telling folk, no, he ain't gonna be able to fight Jackson the first year. I'm high on Sam Shade, man. What's your thoughts?
Sam Shade, yeah.
Alabama A&M.
Oh yeah, nah. Give him. No, you know what? Hold on a second. You called me mid two over here. My bad. Give him time. I think the problem is Jackson State is basically the head dog on the block right now.
Yeah. And the other thing about Jackson State right now is at least 2 years ahead of everybody.
That's the whole thing.
They're 2 years ahead of everybody.
So everybody has to figure out how they're going to do this because, like you said earlier, no one has a leash to go to high school kids. And they're too scared to go to the portal to get the top of the line kids. So once you figure out that median, how you going to do this, I give them 2 years to compete. But in order to win the SWAC, 4. I got to get 4 because you got to get the whole Jackson State wave out of there.
But see, the thing about Jackson State right now is they gone back to the 70s when their dependency now is on Mississippi. Jackson basically said they want all the junior college boys from Mississippi. They want the best high school boys. And then they bringing in them porter boys who from Mississippi done went somewhere else and now they don't come back. So that's why Jackson going to be a force for years to come because they gone back to the old Jackson State way of all the kids coming from Mississippi. And when you like that, that means you're going to have a damn dynasty.
That's how you do it. A lot of schools don't understand you got to put a wall around the state.
And that's what they're doing.
No kid to escape your state.
Yeah.
That's true. And what happened when Schnellenberger came?
Yeah, to Miami.
He went to Miami. He roped it off like this is the state of Miami. Like this is where
Liberty City.
When I was growing up, all of the wishbone backs at Oklahoma came from Miami. Elvis Peacock, Buster Rhymes, all them dudes was from Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, like the way TC is doing it right now is basically he roping out the whole state of Mississippi.
Yes, he is,
he don't care if it's from northeast, northwest. He don't care if it's from the coast, east Mississippi, south, whatever.
Yeah.
Vicksburg, he is Delta. He is roping it out. It's his personal playground. And
he really doing what Bear Bryant did. And the main thing TC is doing, TC is putting a maximum effort on small towns. See, a lot of schools have stopped doing that. And that's what Bear Bryant did in Alabama. He put maximum effort on small towns.
Yeah,
and that's what TC doing.
Do you think that's why Southern Miss got the coach they got now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Charles Huff.
But now, Huff ain't bad, man. Hey, let me tell you now. Huff is a Hampton graduate.
Yeah,
he went to Hampton. Huff worked under Nick Saban. He know what he doing now.
Oh yeah, he sure did work.
They were just racist up there at Marshall. They was just straight racist. But let me tell you, Huff is gonna be heard from, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Huff gonna be heard from.
Those guys.
The whole team of Marshall.
Huh?
The whole Marshall team transferred down there with them.
I'm telling you, man, they was just racist at Marshall, man. They were just straight racist, man.
That is West Virginia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were straight racist. But listen, man, Huff. See, like you just said, Huff was brought down there to help fight TC. Because them white folk realize TC finna start a revolution, bro. They know it. Now, we might act like we don't know it. They know it.
Yeah.
They know it. Because the thing that he's selling to them kids down there is that come and play with the Mississippi kids at Jackson. Bro, that resonates with them kids, man. That resonates with them now. Don't let nobody fool you.
Yeah. That's why I say that the game this year is probably the biggest game for the next couple of years for Jackson State. If they can go down there, they go down to USM and beat them boys, it's over.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a big game.
Invitational.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to say, we go down there, we go to the Rock and beat them in the Rock.
Oh, man, y'all beat them at M.M. Roberts State. That would be something.
It would be nasty.
Oh, it can be done now. It can be done.
And if we beat them, they ain't going to
want to put us back on the
schedule.
No,
it can be done.
They ain't going to want to put us back on the schedule.
I remember back in '87 when Jackson State played USM when Brett
Listen, I saw Alcorn go down there, beat they behind. They had to cheat to win the game. This is when what's the guy named that left and went to matter of fact, he went to Southern Miss. Jay Hobson. Listen, they went down there and beat Southern Miss, man, and them folks cheated that game away from them. I saw it on TV. So Jackson can beat them now. Don't get it twisted. They just got to do what they got to do.
Yeah,
I saw Jay Hobson put them on their behind.
But here's the pretty thing, though. I've been watching a couple of USM games, and honestly, ain't nobody going to them damn games. Those games
that's going to be a sellout. That's going to be a sellout.
Exactly, brother. You don't have Reggie Collier walking through the door.
Yeah, will Jackson fans show up though? That's the question.
That's gonna be a sellout.
That ain't no but an hour drive from Jackson.
That's gonna be a sellout, man. Yeah, that's why they got them. That's a sellout. But see what the thing is, I wish they could make them come to Jackson. Every game don't need to be down there in Hattiesburg now.
I think what the last time was when Miami came to FAMU up in Tallahassee, and they lost.
That when FAM beat Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1979. 79.
Yeah,
I don't think
Wayne Hubbard beat Howard Schnellenberger.
Yeah, they got stupid. They could come to Jackson and get blown up by 40. They might as well just stay in Jackson. Can't go back down to Hattiesburg.
Man, I love to see it come to Jackson, man.
But man, look, that game right there. It's gonna be an hour, 20-minute drive down Highway 49 to Hattiesburg from Jackson. We gonna sell out the Rock. If you can't,
you all gonna load. Yeah, you gonna fill it up in Hattiesburg.
If you can't make it, make sure you watch it on TV because it's gonna be a good game. If y'all want to see something good, y'all want to see a great game, you watch that game right there.
Don't be hanging out there in the parking lot tailgating. Get your butt.
Don't get no more.
Bro, Simmer.
Yes, sir.
What you heard about Koza down there at Florida A&M? You got anything on him?
I know he's officiating softball games right now.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that football team. Cause my thing with him is he on the clock. He on the clock, man. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. I was at the Celebration Bowl this year. You know, all them FAMU people was there, and they was pissed. And don't y'all think they finna give him 2 and 3 years to get it right, like y'all saying, and take 4 years to go back and all. Let me tell you something. Y'all know about them folks down there in Tallahassee. He got this year, and he might have next year, might have half of next year. He got the roll too. Tozer got the roll, man. If he don't, they gonna pull that moving van up to his house, bro. What you got on that? What you think, Simon? Bro, Simon?
Hey, he might have a 220 quarterback club. They might be donating money to get a
don't y'all think they gonna let him take no 4 years to be in no program? Cause that ain't how they work in Tallahassee. They don't do it like that down there.
Hey, Doc, he might have a 220 quarterback club. We're raising money to get some get a moving service for him.
What you got on that, bro, Simon? What you think?
What you think? They got that quarterback or Junior.
They got two. They done brought in a transfer from Indiana and a transfer from either Central Michigan or Eastern Michigan. The transfer from Michigan's last name is Jefferson. He's actually a Floridian. He's from Florida.
That's one that never
played, say he's dual threat. He can run and throw. He's a big kid, and he's left-handed.
But he's never played.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what's your thoughts on them?
Basically, they have no quarterback. I don't want to hear this man's a dual threat. The man ain't played it down on 4 different levels. The man ain't played for his former school he traveled from, the JUCO he traveled from, Michigan where he played at. You played in practice, but that don't show me on the field.
Right.
Now, when it comes to FAMU, I'm looking at the opening game of the season.
They got Howard?
Nope. Norfolk.
Who they got? Wait a minute, they got Norfolk?
Yep.
Wait a minute, FAMU got Norfolk?
My bad. No, I'm lying to you.
That was last
year. My bad. Yeah.
I was there at that game. Now, who they got? Who's the opening game this year?
Yeah, they're going to turn on COVID and get it together.
Doc, who is the opening game for FAMU?
Howard.
That's Miami, right?
That's Miami.
Yeah. That's
the Orange Blossom Classic.
Yeah, so that's the game they're going to have all the eyes on them.
Yeah. That's nationally televised, right?
Yep, that's your game. Mm-hmm. And if you choke that game away to Howard, it's not going to be a good year for you, man. Because look at the whole schedule they have. I mean, looking at what? Alabama State, NC Central, Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, they got Alabama State in Tallahassee. They got a good home schedule. They got Jackson coming in. They got Alcorn for homecoming. They got Alabama State coming in. They playing Division II Albany State.
And Florida Atlantic.
Wait a minute, Florida Atlantic is coming to Tallahassee?
No, they're playing them in Boca Raton.
They're playing them in
okay. All right. Okay.
So the thing is that's a guaranteed beatdown right there. You can't have many beatdowns on your schedule where the only games you're going to have on TV show you getting blown out. So even if they come out with 9-3, I think this may be his last year. He has to beat Jackson State.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
He has to beat Jackson. And with not having a quarterback, I don't want to hear about you ever to do a threat, man. He ain't played. That's why I think the problem with a lot of HBCUs are that they want to scream to the rafters. Oh, we got this 4-star player, got this 3-star player. No, he ain't played in 5 years.
Right.
That man got one ankle and half a kneecap. You talking about he a 4-star quarterback? No. So we're going to see after week 1 against Howard. And we definitely going to find out what's going on with Florida Atlantic. If they get blown out, go ahead.
Bro, Sim, let me ask you this next question. I want you to exclude Jackson State.
Okay.
Who got the second best football program in the SWAC?
Alabama State.
Okay.
I'm just going to be honest with you, man. Alabama State.
But they ain't beat FAM in how many years? They ain't beat FAM in how long?
They didn't beat them last year. They
didn't?
No, they got steamrolled last year.
They didn't beat FAM.
No, they didn't beat FAM.
I still say Alabama State, man, because the thing is, one, I'm not putting any
Alabama
school.
State's homecoming.
I'm not putting any school out west. they don't even exist to me right now.
Right, the West School.
So you're looking at basically what Jackson, FAM, and Alabama State, because you're not putting Valley in there, you're not putting A&M in there,
right?
And I think Alabama State at least has a somewhat capable quarterback.
Now you talking about the kid from Texas Southern?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I think Body's still there, ain't he?
Yeah,
he's still there.
He just played K side.
Yeah,
he just played K
side. Yeah, he just crossed Kappa.
Yeah, he just played K side.
Yeah, his parents are my Facebook friends. I saw the post, the pictures.
Yeah. So basically, it's going to be Alabama State is the biggest threat. Because FAMU, like I said, you ain't a quarterback, man. I can't rock with you.
Well, I would say this. The way Alabama A&M going right now, don't sleep on Sam Shade, though. Don't sleep on him.
I agree. I just don't think he's going to be ready next year, but I think he'll get him ready.
I
saw him in action last year. He's got a superstar staff. I love his staff.
What's their schedule look like?
I saw it.
What their schedule look like?
Yeah. I know they play in Tennessee State. I think they're going to Nashville.
Alabama A&M.
They got Jackson in, is it Mobile?
Yeah, we back in Mobile.
FAMU
is coming to Huntsville.
They don't really have a.
So they.
Yeah. I mean, they have Arkansas.
They start their first game with Arkansas.
Then Tennessee State, then Bethune-Cookman, Valley, Grambling State, FAMU, Prairie View, Alabama A&M, Jackson, Lane. I mean, all their tough games going to be at home. We're going to go ahead and mark off the Arkansas game. That's going to be a beatdown. We know that's going to happen.
Yeah, right.
They got Bethune on the road. They got Valley at home. Grambling on the road. I can't trust Grambling because
me either. I don't know what's going on. I'm a Grambling graduate. I don't know what's going on down there. I've asked Mr. Hunt.
I don't know. Don't have Collie Nicholson walking through the door in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on with Grambling. Which might be a good thing to keep your stuff secret, keep your stuff private.
Yeah, man. But I mean,
they don't have great PR in them anymore. Mr. Ford.
Yeah, but it might be a good thing to keep everything, kind of secret.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah. I don't either.
Where are the Grambling alum that's on this?
Yeah, talk to that alumni over there. They're different.
What's the guy? Who's the sports writer for that paper out of Ruston now?
I don't know who's there. Like I said,
it's some young guy.
I don't know who's there.
Buddy Davis was retired, right?
Oh, he's deceased.
Oh, he's deceased. Okay.
He's deceased. He passed away at 72 years old back in 2020, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got one Grambling alum over here. We got one Grambling alum over here.
Yeah,
who is that?
Her name is Destiny. She just joined the channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My son supposed to be going to Grambling in a couple of years now.
Destiny, yeah. I'm here in Monroe. Yeah, it's a mystery to me.
Yeah, that's my school too, man. Grambling State, baby.
I never attended. My folks did.
She's in the band, and she's my soror too.
Yeah,
so.
man.
Okay. I know people over there, buddy.
Hey,
I was Coach Robinson's son's student assistant, man.
Oh yeah,
Eddie Jr. I was his student assistant.
Yeah, Eddie Jr. That was my father's roommate. He was my neighbor too. He was coaching.
Student assistant, man. Eddie Jr.
That was my dad's roommate.
Yeah. That was my boss when I was in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Coach, you said you went to North Texas. What year you go to North Texas?
My brother graduated from North Texas.
You said 98?
98.
Did you ever meet Joe Green and Mercury Morris, Ray Brown?
Hey, Joe Green, Stone Cold Steve Austin, met one of Devon Eric's down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met all them boys, man. I mean, the thing was, I was what's called a preferred walk-on.
What about Todd Dodge? Remember, wasn't it a coach down there?
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yeah, it was later.
Yeah. South Lake Carroll and Westlake.
Yeah, went out to Hawaii or somewhere, didn't he?
No,
He
he was
went
at
to
North
Westlake, I think.
Texas.
Yeah, Westlake.
Westlake.
Okay.
Westlake. Yeah, his son's coaching at South Lake Carroll. He beat his son for the state championship, and yeah,
he beat
Yeah,
Ryan.
I went on
I watched that game.
Coach Dickey.
Oh, you were with Daryl Dickey.
Yeah, that was my coach.
Yeah, now where's Daryl Dickey at? I remember his daddy. His daddy was a coach at University of Tennessee and University of Florida.
I don't know where's
Daryl Dickey at?
I can't lie to you.
You were
yeah, my brother graduated from North Texas, but he went back to school. He's an older student.
You was there with what's that dude's name? Not the running back, Cobbs. Weren't you there with him?
I was there with Cobbs.
Yeah, you was there with Cobbs, and then like later on down the line, you was there. I think the Kennedy boys.
But now I want you to understand. So what happened was basically in 2001, I actually started playing. But concussions are mother.
Bro, Carey, Junior's deceased. Is that Dr. Carey? Yeah, Eddie Jr.'s deceased.
Yeah. My father went to his funeral. He went to his
and
father's.
So is it. I think his mom is deceased. Yeah, mom is deceased too. Yeah,
everybody's deceased.
Yeah.
Dad went to both funerals.
Yeah.
So I had a couple concussions down there in North Texas, and then came down to Austin when we went to Houston Tillerson. Graduate.
My sister and all deceased.
So you was there with what's the dude's name? Booger Kennedy.
Hey, Bruss Emma.
Booger, man.
I want you to answer this question. Hey, Bruss Emma.
Yes, sir.
This brother right here, Dr. Carey, say, how is it Bama State, they haven't won anything? What's your reaction to that?
Nobody won anything. When you look at it, it was really all going Grambling and Jackson. So he's going to get you through those 3 teams, or FAMU, so those 4 teams. Who else you got? I mean, honestly, Alcorn was going, 4 years in a row trying to beat Central?
Yeah, you're right. That was Jay Hopkins now.
Yeah. So Grambling State beat Central for the first Celebration Bowl trophy.
I was at that game.
FAMU beat Howard. Jackson won. So besides those schools, ain't nobody else. And you said take out Jackson.
And he said, Dr. Carey said, Alabama State is fool's gold.
Well, the rest of the SWAC is fool's gold as well. I'm not picking anybody from the West.
No, I'll pick Prairie View. I'll pick Prairie View. I'll pick Prairie View just off of who down there.
Did you say you went to North Texas?
University of North Texas.
Yeah, that's my brother graduated from there in 2014. He's one of the oldest students. He's in his late 50s, and but he was in the military, and did you ever meet? He's passed on. He's one of the play back in the 50s. Did you ever meet Abner Haynes?
Oh,
Abner Haynes. He played North Texas.
Dallas Texans, right?
Yeah,
he played Dallas Texans.
Dallas Texans.
He went to link with my grandmother.
Yeah. Abner Haynes. Did he go to the Kansas City Chiefs? Did he go up there with them?
Yeah, he went to the Chiefs.
Yeah, I remember. That's from, man, you just brought back a name from way back.
Yeah, he played in North Texas before Mean Joe Green.
Yeah, that was, he played with Emmett Thomas, Willie Lanier.
Yeah, he's back during those times.
What's the guy? Bobby Bale, Buck Buchanan.
Buck Buchanan.
Mike Garrett. That's Otis Taylor, Frank Pitts.
Yeah, from Southern.
Yeah, Frank was from Atlanta. He's from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, Frank Pitts. He was he and my mother's sister worked together down in Greensburg, Louisiana at St. Lena Central High.
It was awesome. He left the Chiefs and went to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, he was with my mother's sister's co-worker.
Yeah, Abner Haynes. Yeah, they were the Dallas Texans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he went to Lincoln. He went to my granny told me about him.
North Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that means that you played in old Falcons Field too.
Man, that was not a stadium, man. That was concrete. That was concrete, man. I don't care what no one say, man. It if you kneeled on that stadium, you scraped your knee. It was that bad, man. And the thing was, people didn't say about it was, you know how you walking in the park and there's a little dip in the ground.
Yeah.
Imagine you playing football and you cut around the 40-yard line and it dips.
Oh no, man! That tell you.
Tell you, I remember they stopped. I remember that UIL.
That tell you
like
ACL,
coaches
man.
didn't want to play playoff football on that
Oh
on that
no!
turf right there. They like we gonna. They were like, hey, it be between the school like Denton High or like Denton Ryan and let's say like Plano or something like that in a playoff game. They'll say, hey, we ain't playing that Fouts Field. We got to go somewhere else. They will go. They will go all the way to Fort Worth to go play a football game. They'll go to American, they'll go to American Field.
Dr. Carey, you were asking about Junior Maritovich at FAMU, right?
Yeah, that's what you was
asking about. Okay. Yeah. He's in the top 3. He's in the top 3 because they just had matter of fact, I think somebody from FAMU talked to Miss Timona. He's in the top 3. That Junior Maritovich, yeah, he's in the top 3.
I got Timona on here. She in the
chat. Hey, Miss Timona.
Hey man, I remember I watched the game. And this before y'all went this before UNT went FBS because y'all was still they was still Division 1 AA.
Yeah, they used to be in the conference with ULM and McNeese and all of that. I remember UNT.
I was looking at the game. I was like, you know what? Oh shit, this shit
SLC
is right here.
Man.
Yeah, they was in the old Southland Conference.
Yeah, I remember they went there back.
I remember, man, my first year playing. You know how they have money games, right?
Yeah.
I just pull this back up right now because it's a big thing to have. Man, we played Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Arizona State, at A&M, Boise State, Nevada, Houston, Kansas, Mexico State. We had just came up from basically 1 AA.
Mm-hmm.
How much money did we need that damn first? You remember that movie, Necessary Roughness?
Necessary Roughness. I remember it came out.
Yeah, it was filmed at South Field.
It was at that field. Yeah, I thought about Necessary Roughness. Yeah,
that's basically what we played like that first year, man.
I love that movie, man.
Man.
Now, Russ Simmer.
Yes, sir.
Russ Simmer. Now, let me ask you this. Yes or no? Texas Longhorn win the national championship in football next year? Yes or no?
On the video game, yes. Real life, no.
Okay. All right.
They had the NIL money. That's it.
I'm thinking this Manning boy gonna lead them to the promised land.
He getting the NIL.
What's his name? Isn't it Arch?
That's Arch. Yeah, he's from New Orleans. He
ain't ready. You don't think he's gonna lead them to it?
It's not that I don't think he's good, because I think he's a damn good quarterback. But I think the problem is, has the coach ever did that?
Sarkisian
has a problem with wearing out his quarterbacks. Look at his coaching history. All his quarterbacks he ever had got injured. They can't get through a season. He wears them out. Sort of like Tom Thibodeau over there in New York, the Knicks. He will wear out that quarterback, man, and that's what's gonna happen. They got no backup behind Arsenal.
Hey, he got a cousin right now. His cousin Marshall, man, is throwing. That's Peyton's son, oldest son.
Now where's he at? Where's he at?
I think he's like 8th grade.
Oh shit!
Yeah, 8th grade.
See, Peyton Cooper along with me. I remember when those guys were playing at Isidore Newman in New Orleans. Yeah, they along with me at age.
Well, Cooper was the best player apparently.
Huh?
They said Cooper was the best player at all of them.
Yeah, man. If he hadn't had that bulging disc in his neck because he had to stop playing football, say if he had taken another hit, he would have been paralyzed. He came out in '92, so I came out of high school in '93, and Peyton came out in 1994. And I remember talking about Archie Sunday. This is before social media and all these things. I used to read about him in the Times Picayune. You get the newspaper and pick it up, and I had some on ESPN about him because they didn't have all the medias we have now.
Right.
But yeah, man, you talking about that young man was at Pro Bowl. I think he was at the Pro Bowl. He was doing he looked like his daddy. He throw like his daddy, but he looked like he more mobile like Eli.
Oh, Eli.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna say his life, man.
So, hey man, y'all watch out for him.
Yeah, Cooper and Randy Livingston on the team together, basketball state championship teams. Yeah.
Hey, Doc.
What's up?
I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Hey, bro. Huh?
Hey,
and listen, y'all got Houston tomorrow. What y'all got? Because I'm diehard Houston tomorrow.
I hope Houston can pull it out tomorrow.
Yeah, y'all got Houston. What you got, man?
I'm gonna go with the home state. I'm gonna go with the University of Houston.
Me too, man. I want Kevin to get that national championship.
I think they'll do a better job than Auburn.
Hey, and after if they win tomorrow night, it's going down on Color Street.
Bro Simmons, who you got? You got Houston?
Hey, you know I got Houston, man.
They got a defense.
Okay, well listen, I don't even know they're playing Florida, right?
Yeah,
I ain't even thinking about Florida. All I want is Houston to win, bro. That's all.
I think Houston do a better job.
I want to see a black man as a national champion here. It's time for one.
Yeah, he's from North Carolina.
Y'all have a good night. Doc, when you coming back?
Wednesday night.
Okay, y'all have a good night now.
You take care. Teach the children. Take care of them.
All right, man. Y'all be good. All right.
But yeah, I got Houston tomorrow. I don't see nothing else. It's gonna once they win tomorrow, it's gonna be a party on Cullen Street. Everybody gonna go to Frenchie's and get their chicken. They gonna go to Timmy Chan's, get their fried rice. They
right there by Texas Southern.
They gonna go to Trill Burger. That line gonna be long as hell.
Better get in there now.
They better get it now before tomorrow. Cause we're gonna go down on the avenue, man. Look.
They right there by Texas Southern. Yeah.
Man,
right there next door.
A big old party they win tomorrow.
And if you got a drug test on Tuesday, don't go downtown on Monday night. They win.
They win. Shoot.
You gonna get that contact high.
Man, they gonna be swinging down the boulevard.
Yeah.
All you gonna hear is DJ Screw going down up and down.
Oh the street. Man, DJ Screw, rest in peace, brother.
And you know Zero just dropped a new song today too, so you're gonna be blasting out there.
Man, well, I'm about to get up out this thing.
All right,
man. All day. Appreciate you coming on, bro. We gonna.
All right, I had to head on to work tomorrow. Huh?
If y'all free on Wednesday, I'll be on Wednesday night.
Okay.
What time we going on?
Yeah, this is therapeutic, man. I enjoyed chatting with you all.
7 o'clock, same time.
Yeah, I enjoy these medias, talking to you all. You all take care.
I wanted to talk to you about something about the conference-wide NIL deal. I'll talk to you about that on Wednesday.
We'll talk about that on Wednesday night then.
That's a great conversation, man. All right. You all take care.
Mm-hmm. Have a great night, man.
All right, same to you. Nice meeting you.
Too.
But yeah, nice one. That was a nice one. Yes. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and hit the join button, and make sure y'all donate to the cause. PayPal, Cash App, and Zelle. Mr. Johnny Thornton, appreciate if you got it. If you got Zelle, go ahead and appreciate it, and make sure we give a shout out to Miss Destiny, aka Blue. She has joined the family right here. And she is OES for all the people that go to the east. But other than that, tomorrow night, make sure y'all tune in for the national championship game, Houston versus Florida. Like I said, it's gonna go down in H-Town when they win it. All right. But other than that, man, we just chill. We just gonna be cool and chilling this after here, you know. Man, I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Salute. But other than that, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hug your loved ones. Love on your loved ones. We'll be back on here on Wednesday night. Full crowd. Y'all be easy.